Hello friends, good evening all of you. So today's session we are going to say about thesis and article writing in research aptitude. This is also one of the important concept here. What are the formats we are using that they will ask the questions very often. Like MLA, like this, just we will see that one. Okay, so what is first introduction? Academic writing is an essential part of research and higher education. So we need to work out academic writing, content writing. It's one of the important things nowadays actually. It enables researchers to communicate their ideas, findings, and innovations systematically. So research in the article writing is one of the very important criteria. So how to write and what are the things we need to follow? That's a procedure we have to work out. So two common forms of academic writing and research article and thesis. So although both are based on research only, but they differ in purpose actually. Structure, length, evaluation proposal, everything is different. So understanding these differences is very important for every researcher. Okay. First one article writing we are going to see. Next one we are seeing about watching about the thesis writing. Okay, first one article writing. It's article writing written format as a present information, opinion, and research finding on a specific topic. For example, there's like journals. What you are writing, the same thing. It is generally published in newspaper, magazine, journals, conference proceedings, and online platforms are everywhere. So academic articles are concise and focus on communicating a particular idea or research outcome to a wider audience. For example, we can take the researcher conduct a study on any topic, not only this topic, scenario based one. We can take the impact of artificial intelligence on online learning among college students. So instead of writing a lengthy thesis, the researchers summarize the objectives, methodologies, results, and conclusions are in the 10 pages of article or 10 to 30 pages of article journals we can write up. So the same thing thesis means it will take it's a 150 to 200 pages. So every part we have to elaborate separately. For example, what is methodology means we have to write what are the different methodologies we found, two chapters we can write like this, result and conclusion separate chapter we can find like this. Okay, so thesis article, research article actually is a types of articles. First one, research article, and this presents findings and original investigation carried out by author. For example, we have to refer to so many papers for this. Like nowadays, we are going using full and full Google Scholar because that also one of the question we will get. So Google Scholar. So from that part, we can search existing papers and many things we have to find out, and we have to create a new one, and we have to propose a new one that is called actually your original investigation we are going to carry out. So it introduces a new knowledge, experimental results, or innovative ideas that contribute to a specific field of study. So research articles undergo peer review for before publication actually. So example, we can take computers. Actually, I'm a computer science staff. That's why very many places I have taken the computer science example actually. So computer science researchers develop a new machine language algorithm so that predict hard diseases with a greater accuracy. So the complete study is published as a research article in an international journal. Next one, review article. So a review article does not present new experimental data. Instead of that, it's critically examines and summarizes previously published research on a particular topic. Survey review articles are like this. So it helps us readers to understand the current state of knowledge and identifies research gap for further studies. Example, the researcher review more than 100 published papers on artificial intelligence and healthcare and summarize their findings, challenges, futures, direction without conducting any new experiment. That is normally we used to every PhD scholars have used to put review articles and this one survey papers like this they will put actually. So next one, last one is very important things, the thesis writing. The thesis is a detailed research document submitted as a part of a postgraduate or doctoral degree. It demonstrates the researcher's ability to identify a problem, conduct a systematic research, analyze the data, and draw a valid conclusion. So, unlike an article, thesis is not a small one. It's much more comprehensive and formally evaluated by expert international authors and national authors, formally evaluated by the degree of his to award. So, example, we can take a PhD scholar spent 4 years conducting a research on deep learning techniques for crop, deduction. So the complete research, including literature review, methodology, experience, analysis, and conclusions, is compiled on a thesis approximately 200 to 300 page. Minimum 200 is enough. And what is the difference thesis and article? Thesis means submit for obtaining a degree. Here published to communicate research findings. Article. Thesis detailed and comprehensive. This is concise and focused. This is contain complete research work in thesis. I have to write here, highlight the important findings. It's more than enough. This is evaluated by examiners. This is reviewed by the journal editors or reviewers. So usually 100 to 300 pages. This is maximum 6 to 10 or 20 pages. Some journals we can take 40 pages also. Okay, format of thesis writing. So the well-organized thesis generally consists of three major sections: preliminary pages, main chapters, and end matter. First one, title page. The title page is the first page of the thesis. It contains the title of the researcher, the name of the researcher, the registration number, department, institution, university, and year of the submission. Like many of them we have done in this one. For example, Bono, first front page we have to, with the logo we have to do the pages. Certificate. The certificate confirm that research work is original and has been carried out under the supervision of the guide. So it's signed by the supervisor and head of the department and other authorized officials. So example, this is certified that this thesis entitled in this particular subject by supervisor name in original work carried out under my supervision. That writing, that is called the certificate. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement sections express the gratitude to the individuals and organizations that supported the researchers during the whole over the study. For example, their chairperson and deans and principals and guide and the HODs, guides and family members, like this. Everyone, for to acknowledge to everyone, expressing their gratitude, expressing gratitude to individuals separately. So the researchers thanks to supervisor like this. And table of contents. The table of contents list of chapters, sections, subsections along with the page numbers, allowing the readers to locate informally easily. Like this, we have to give a table of list of tables and figures. We have to give page number correctly, and it has to be very perfect. Everything. And nomenclature. So this section explains the abbreviations, symbols, mathematical notations, the technical terms which we have used throughout the thesis. Okay, next main chapters of a thesis. First one, chapter 1, introduction part. So the introduction presents the background of the study, research problem, objective, significance, scope of the work, and research questions. It provides readers with an overview of the research topic. And literature review, already we have seen that survey like review paper. The literature review examined the previous study related to research topic. It identifies existing knowledge, research gaps, and need for the further investigations. Even 50 means 50 also we need to write. But thesis writing we have to include 100 to 130 research. This one references we have to include, but literature review 50 published articles. Okay, research methodology. So this chapter explains how the research was conducted and including the research design, sampling method, data collection techniques, instrument used, and statistical analysis. Everything we have to include in the research methodology. For example, someone they will include two methodologies they have used. So we can use chapter wise. We can give and result and conclusion. We can give on the separate versus chapter and chapter. Sorry. Chapter 4, data analysis and presentation. So collected data are organized and analyzed and presented using tables, graphs, charts, and statistical techniques. So these findings are interpreted objectively. And next one is a summary and conclusion. So this chapter summarizes the major findings, discusses their implications, highlights limitations, and provide recommendations for future research. Okay. So last one, sorry. References. So references we have to include depends on the whatever. So the bibliography or references is sections list of all sources consulted during the research. So even sources are cited in the text should appear in the reference listing according to the required reference. Here you can see this is APA style. APA style means Sharma or bracket 2023. So like this, the book name, that reference author name we have to write. So APA style is different, and these are the another methods are different. So that I will tell you, but this is very important question, APA and MLA, that one. Okay, appendix this contains supplementary materials that support research, but are too detailed to include that main text. Questionnaires interview like this. This is major, this one, APA, MLA. This is both are very important terms. Actually, they will ask you very often. We are getting questions. APA means American Psychological Association, uses an author date example like this. We have to use, widely used in education, psychology and the social sciences. MLA means the Modern Language Association, uses author text and text formats. Example, Smith 45 like this. A standard for languages. Some styles we will write IEEE format. They will mention just square bracket. We will write the numbers only. For from reference, we have to write the numbers. Or if we have to write the numbers square bracket, and we have to write this name itself. That's all. Or we can write name, and we can write like this APA format bracket. We have to write name this also, here also. So hardware style is one of the styles. So like this, we have to write depends on the styles, but we have to actually once we have starting that style the same, we have to follow throughout the thesis. Okay, some questions we can see. Which of the following is correct sequence of chapters in this thesis? What is the thing? Already we have sent. Normally we used to start. It's a introduction. That's a okay. So you can see we can eliminate which one is correct. Other things we can eliminate. First one introduction we can get. This one we can take. So this we can eliminate, and this one can eliminate. In introduction, after result it has come, you can see. First results it won't come at all. So we can conclude this one: introduction, literature review, methodology, results and conclusions. Actually these are the steps we need to follow. Okay, so which sections of the thesis critically examine previous research related to the, that is called literature review. Really they will it will critical evaluation they will do. It's very important. So very important, it has to cite properly. The purpose of appendix in the thesis and the includes supporting materials that are not included in the main text. Which of the following is not usually included in the preliminary pages of a thesis? So in preliminary pages, actually it won't come in the literature review actually. Which referencing style the commonly used in engineering and computer science? Engineering means IEEE. We can say directly IEEE format. Normally we used to get. And APA style means social science and education they will do. MLA means we used for humanities and literature. Actually, I told you the table also. Which style mainly used for numerical citation search like this? I told you it's a square bracket. This is called IEEE. Normally, this is the method. Normally, maximum we can use in the actually engineering and computer science. So, which of the following is the main purpose of referencing? Means avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism. That's all. That's why we are avoiding actually. And which one is reference management software? This is called Mendeley. This is called as a SPS after MATLAB and Photoshop is everything is different. This is social, this one, statistical package of social sciences. DOI stands for Digital Object Identifier. You can see some like the questions also will get assertion and match the following questions. So proper referencing avoid plagiarism. Yes, already we know that it's correct actually. Referencing acknowledges the original source of information. That is very important. We have to give its original source of information. Both are true. And APA means what? APA means social sciences. IEEE engineering. So that only we know, just we can assume that with this both we can identify answer. APA two other things you can eliminate. So if we can eliminate everything, really sometimes it will happen. It will give like this also. So MLA is very rare, but two answer if you know you will crack this one. Really one or two it's more than enough. Two it's more than enough. If you know the match the following two confirm, we can move on to the next question. No need to work out everything. Don't think also. MLA what? MLA is a humanities. Okay, and Vancouver, this is a medical sciences. The researcher writes a paper by summarizing 80 previously published journal articles without conducting any new experiment. Without conducting any new experiment means review article. Yes, this type of article is called review article. Okay, this is very important. This I've given already. I told you we have to see it's very important. Last that whatever you given table format, this important note actually everything you can take it as a separately because really it will be using for we can use for before 1 day or 2 days before the exam just for reference. So APM in psychology, education, social science, MLA is literature, humanities, IEEE engineering and computer science, Chicago it's history and arts. Harvard Business Management, Vancouver is medical sciences, research article, actually original research, review article, analysis for existing studies, appendix is supplementary material, bibliography is the sources consulted, DY digital object identifier, Mendeley, Zotero, EndNote, everything is a reference management tool. Actually, we are using AI tools for reference purpose. I think it's useful. Next video, we are going to see about how to work out using ICT tool in research. Okay, so we can move on. Okay, next video we can see. Kindly watch a full video and subscribe this channel. Thank you, Adafi. Thank you once again.